ABC. It is Old Metal Rocker 65 here. And we have another weekly six-pack. I believe I am on number 15, if I'm correct. And we are on CDs this week, so hope everybody had a good Christmas. Got what you wanted in music or music related items to play your music on, turntables, cassette decks, receivers, amps, whatever. But other than that, I've been sick. Well, I'm still kind of under the weather. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm still a little bit under the weather. But I do have time for this weekly six-pack. And this week, it is all females. And this band here I came across probably when they first came out, which was about 2009, and they are out of Florida, and they only put out one album. I know they were talking about putting out another album right after this, but there were delay after delay after delay, and they did not put another album out. It's a shame because these guys kick ass. It's what you're listening to in the background. Bitchfire. Phenomenal CD. I'm trying to think of the vocalist. But I haven't heard her in anything else since Bitchfire. Let's see here. It is Sharon Peach is the vocalist. And they put out, like I say, one CD and they're gone. I mean, this thing is solid all the way from beginning to end. Just killer heavy metal. And it's a shame because to me I thought their future was a little brighter after this, you know, when they come out with that first album, but no. This is one of the songs off of it, and this is called Bitchfire, their title track. I'll play you another track off of this called Toxic Waste. It is probably the best track on the whole album. Man, this thing is just a killer CD. Man, Bitchfire. This thing just smokes. And this track is killer. So anyway, let's get moving on to number 2 in the weekly six-pack. Comes from this up here. Comes from a band out of let's see, where are they? They're out of Mexico City, Mexico. They do have an album out. It's on this. I do believe it's the same CD. They were formed in about 2019, still active. It says one full length. Queen of the Beast from Black Mask. But again, just some killer heavy metal. Liz Javier is the vocalist. But this is the title track, Queen of the Beast. I mean, they got one demo out, a couple singles, and they have a split, and then they have their full length. So number 2 track, which is Warriors of the Night. Kind of has a little Doro vibe in her vocals. but just some killer heavy metal from a band out of Mexico City, Mexico. All right, next up, another killer band, and I always wondered what happened to these guys. It says they're still present. It says they're still present, and I'm talking about Benedictum, and this album is Uncreation. Victoria Freeman is the vocalist. Couple albums out. 4 to be exact. I have 2 of them. I have this one and I also have Dominion. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the guitarist was Pete Willis. And if I'm not mistaken, I thought he had passed away a number of years back. I think it was Pete Willis. Yeah, it was. It's Pete Wells, excuse me, not Pete Willis. Pete Wells, I believe he was the guitarist of the band, and I do believe he had passed away a number of years ago. But this is Benedictum, and the title track, Benedictum. Another little track number 2 called Wicca. I always thought these guys were going to be big, and then all of a sudden they kind of faded away. Ain't heard nothing from them since. Alright, let's move on to let's see what we up to. Number 4, that was number 3 with Benedictum. Number 4 comes from, I believe these guys are out of the Ukraine, or is it Russia? Anyway, I knew of the band, but when this album came out, it really got me sparked into buying more of their music. But this was my intro to the band, which was, the name of the band is Clorian, and the album is Eulogy for the Gods. Just a great album from these guys. Got a lot of energy, great vocals, killer guitars, great songwriting. I mean, just traditional heavy metal. See, and this came out, I believe, 2 years back. Almost 4 years now. 2021 just came out. I think they're due for a new album. They have been re-releasing their other material up on vinyl. This is also on vinyl. And I don't know if you can get it now, but it was a couple years back. But Clorian with Hunter of the Dam. And then we have another killer track called Battle in the Sky. I mean, these guys, what do they have? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full lengths, this being their last one. I also have Unbroken, which came out, re-released a number of years back. I think it was about 3 years ago they re-released it again. But the vocalist, trying to think, it is Dejana Garcevic. They're actually out of Serbia. That's where they are, Belgrade, Serbia. But killer stuff. Check them out. It's on vinyl. I don't know if you get it now, but just look. That was number 4 with Clorian. Number 5 in the weekly 6-pack comes from a German thrash band that's been around since 1980 with female fronted vocals, and she is known as Sabina Klassen, so maybe that name will indicate name of the band. And I'm talking about let me get this here, talking about Holy Moses. Killer album. This one came out 2008, so it's been out for quite a long time. They just released, I believe, their latest album, which was Invisible Queen. I got one on vinyl here a couple weeks back, and I'm trying to figure out which one that was. I can't remember it anyway. But if you like harsher style vocals, female fronted style, then you get with Sabina Klassen and Holy Moses. Another track here, you're going to hear Schizophrenia. 1980, man, these guys were around when thrash was just starting to evolve. But of course they were kind of they were in the part of the German thrash movement, you know, but they really never made the top 4 tier over in Europe like probably maybe they should have, but you know, I don't know. So anyway, that is Holy Moses and Agony of Death. Our last one comes from a band out of Canada, and they've been really quiet as of late, for quite a long time actually. And let's see here. These guys are out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and these guys formed about 2009. And their last one they put out was in 2016. They have 3 full-length albums. This is one of them. This is called Origin of Execution, and this is their 2nd release. Cara McCutcheon is the vocalist. I have 2 more Tillery albums. I have this one, and the other one was I think Shapeshifter. I have a Shapeshifter. So it's been almost, well, it's coming up here almost 9 years now since their last release. It says they're still around, so, but killer stuff. Here is track number 2. This is a cover of Angel Witch and the title track. More Tillery. So yeah, that is the weekly 6-pack, of course. Number 1 was Bitchfire. Number 2, Black Mask out of Mexico City, Bitchfire out of Florida. Number 3, Benedictum. I believe these band is out of Arizona. Number 4, Eulogy of the Gods, band out of Serbia. Holy Moses, Agony of Death out of Germany. And Mortillery number 6 with Origin of Execution out of Canada. Hope you enjoyed this weekly 6-pack. Come back again. Next week should be vinyl. And I just want to wish everybody a Happy New Year and stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Stay sober if you have to. But take care, everybody, and we'll see you next year. Bye, everybody.